backgrounds. Cause you can.
Yeah, man.
Dude, look at
Here
you.
we are.
Freaking
Back
tearing
again.
it up. I was like, Smokey Blues, man.
Just like trying to follow my ear and be late by only a couple beats.
Right? It's like, did I have quite enough caffeine to get the download?
Yeah, for sure.
From the source. So he's back, folks. The great, the one, the only, Corey Congilio.
Always good to be back in the hot seat.
Wow. Thanks for coming.
In
We got,
the house.
I don't know, maybe down below there might be a link for some, I mean, dare I say, even more.
Even more.
Just when you thought you'd had enough, volume 2.
right behind volume 1.
And 1.5.
And 1.5. Oh, and it took, only took getting through 2020 to make it.
Right. And we busted this one out. I was like proud of us. We're like, this one went fast. It's good
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. And it's deep too. There's a lot of stuff. It's not just
Deep and
a bunch
wide.
of 12 bars, for sure.
Plus 12 bars. There's an 8 bar.
There's an 8 bar. There's all kinds of stuff. Oh,
There's
yeah. It's gonna be
there's
good.
jazz, there's arpeggios, there's chromaticisms.
More funky rhythm playing. I mean, diminished lines.
What?
You name it.
Bada bing, bada boom.
A little bit of everything because
Yeah.
we want to start to get you sort of out of the normal 12 bar playing.
So
But
this
still lean on it.
Yeah, lean on me
Lean on
when you
it.
need a friend.
Yeah.
So today,
Yeah.
this is not exactly what you're going to be seeing in the course, but there is a smattering of techniques that you use here that are
totally.
there.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of stream of consciousness, and the course has them sort of, dictated in each example.
Yeah.
Really.
You're like guruing out today. Stream of consciousness.
stream of consciousness.
Cosmic.
I get over here, man. I get like all this Buddha stuff going on.
Crystals
I feel
everywhere.
Crystals and yoga mats.
Just get sucked in.
Oh yeah.
So,
Palo Santo in the air.
That's right. And sage. The spirits have been
That's
in.
right. They've been
That's
cleansed.
Bodhi's favorite thing
They've been
now.
cleansed.
He loves to walk around the house with them.
It started young.
Mold them while they're young.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did like 400 different awesome things. And everyone always is like, dude, you interrupted them again. So this time I just let you freestyle. Just give them what
It's
they
just because
want.
we're hanging out. We're hanging out. It's
And
a
then
good
you know what's
time.
going to happen? Someone's going to be like, dude, the lick 137. What did he do? I don't
you
know.
give
I
tabs
didn't-
for that?
I didn't stop him. Okay, so we did some
So we're
over.
playing B minor.
B
So
minor.
lots of
A.
lots of options. Obviously, first one, B minor pentatonic, right?
You threw an extra note in there.
Did a little blues scale, even though I don't call it the blues scale myself.
What is that note, just in case they don't
The
know?
flat 5. So that's kind of where I think about it.
Ooh, I call it the hangover note. You land on it, it's like, ugh, but
It's like get out of bed.
yeah. It's
Where's the water? Where's the water? I need a detox.
Okay, so you got the flat 5.
Yeah. Then you can go kind of straight. This is how I think. This is
Tell me.
Minor, natural minor scale. But my brain is always thinking, what else could I do outside of that? Well, if you're playing a minor, like a minor 7, you can, even if you're just playing a straight minor chord, you can sort of superimpose a minor 7 arpeggio.
Ooh. Do that slow for the folks. This is covered, by the way.
Yeah, totally. And it's the same, if you're a pentatonic player, a minor 7 arpeggio works really well because it's right in there.
Yeah.
And they're all over the guitar, but what I try to do is in these courses, not give you everything, just give you a little bit so that it's manageable, you feel a sense of accomplishment,
Yeah.
I get it, I wrap my head around it. Because, I see a lot of folks that are just like, there's just too much information,
Yeah.
I can't get it all. Small building blocks,
Yeah.
that's where it's at for sure. So after that, I'll think to myself, okay, well, B minor is the relative minor of the key of D.
Ooh.
It's D major.
Okay.
So I'm also kind of thinking, well, if that's the case, can I play D major triads?
Wait, hold on.
So play a B minor.
Yeah.
And it gets me all these really lovely tones that it also gets me thinking differently than just saying I got to play it on the B because it's a B minor chord and that sort of thing. So
Right.
I think to myself that way, but I'll go a next step further and I'll do more major 7. a D major 7 sound against a B minor chord. So if you just play the chord for me there, you can take a D major 7 chord, and it sounds really cool. And you get this lovely 9 sound. So you get a D, which is your flat third, an F sharp, which is your 5th. You get the A, which is the minor 7, and then that C sharp gives it the 9 sound. So it automatically sounds cool. Then you start doing all of your sort of ideas off of that. Maybe your D major 7 arpeggio is here, which we show you in the course.
Yes.
You know?
It's true.
Because what we'll do is we'll take 12-bar blues examples, maybe they'll be funky, jazzy, something like that, and we'll stick a bridge in there, and the bridge will go to a minor 7 chord, or maybe a major 7 chord.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a Bill Withers type example, or something like that. You know, really fun stuff. That a lot of people are like, well, how the heck do I play over that? I can play over the blues, but I can't play over this. So we go back to that minor 7 chord.
Okay.
And I can play this minor 7 arpeggio. Or I can play this D major 7 arpeggio.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
Yeah, it's because you're really not playing Bs. You're playing the D, which is the 3rd, the F sharp, which is the 5th. You're playing the A, which is the minor 7. You're playing the 9, which is the C sharp, and then back to the 3rd again. So you're automatically playing like cool notes.
Yeah.
You know. So when you're playing pentatonic, major 7,
Nice. All right. I'm gonna interrupt. Go ahead.
No, so then I'll think to
I can
myself,
only
well,
stand it for so long.
So if it's major, then I can also play my major pentatonic licks from the D.
Yeah. Okay. What was the piece of crazy that happened right there?
So I probably went.
Okay, well, it's slow that
So
down.
that's just going to be. I like how you point it out because I'll just play it. You know, don't worry. The courses are way more in depth than this. Trust me, we're just kind of throwing ideas around with tabs, with tracks, with guitar profiles,
And there's more.
you know.
Okay, so anyways.
So let's say you're playing a D chord.
Yes. Oh, well, I can do that for you.
Do that, and I might want to go. Right? But if you play a B minor chord, relative,
Pretty
it would,
awesome.
You'd stand a reason that the relative minor would work, the lick would work whether it was the major chord or the minor chord.
Okay.
So the major lick you can use over the minor chord. So if you're doing B minor, you can play any D major idea over top of it. Finish it off if you want.
Okay.
What about sixths, thirds, all that kind of stuff?
Wait.
I could do that too.
The other.
Oh, well, we're adding all this stuff. Okay.
Hold on.
What do you want? What do you want?
The terrifying lick that happened.
Oh,
what was going on?
Let's see if I can
And then we'll
remember
get on to sophistication.
So I'm stacking all those layers,
Okay.
and I'm gonna you got out in front of the trolls and you said, I'm not gonna interrupt him.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm gonna get out and say look, we're just
Freestyling,
jamming,
yeah.
freestyling, throwing
Yeah.
ideas around. More of this stuff in detail.
Yeah.
So that idea goes back to your major pentatonic lick.
Okay.
Also, it's like a Rolodex in
Yeah.
my head. Thinking pentatonic, major scales, minor scales. The relative thing, can I use a major sound over a minor sound? All that stuff is happening in layers and layers and layers over in my playing. And that's why you hear all the twists and turns of a minor blues lick into a more
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So really all I'm doing is imagine that you're taking this major pentatonic lick but I'm also seeing the B minor scale, which is also a D major scale. And I'm seeing those, so I might go major pentatonic, and then I'll finish it off with maybe more of the major scale. All over top of a B minor chord. So give me that B minor chord.
Okay, I can do that. Here we go.
And the cool thing is I'm ending on an A there. So I'm giving this lovely like minor 7 sound against that chord. But I'm playing, my brain is thinking D major the whole time. And I can end it on the root if I wanted. Nice. But the cool thing is, and this is volume 2 that we're starting to get into, we can start to move away from root notes and play more interesting chord tones.
For sure.
And just by switching your brain and thinking, okay, over an A minor chord, I'm going to play C major chords, or over a B minor chord, I'm going to play D major licks. Yeah. So you're always thinking, if I'm playing minor, what's my relative major? That's the first thing I do.
It's a good point. I've never even thought of it that way. I mean, I'll do the reverse, but I've never thought of it that way.
Right. Well, what do people tell you? They're like, play the arpeggio from the third. Okay, you could do that, and you could go. So if you played a B minor again for me.
Here we go.
Let's play a B minor 7 arpeggio. Play it again. I can play it from here. Right? So that's playing it from the third as opposed to the root. Here's the root. Here it is from the third. From the fifth. So you get all these different sounds. So what I was saying earlier is you take its relative major arpeggio, which would be D major 7 in this instance.
Okay.
And we're going to play that. Now you're already starting from the third.
Yeah.
But you get that lovely 9th sound.
Yeah,
it's already built in.
Yeah.
And it's not forced. Because if you play, and I go, it's okay, but it's nice when it's blues like. Now let's put a chord over it.
Yeah.
Keep doing it. D major 7 chord. You have all these sounds that work just in different orders than we're used to playing.
Okay, that's gold in and of itself.
There's a lot of layers there.
But you had 2 more chords.
Okay.
So
G and A. Now those are, if I'm thinking to myself, this is where some guitar players sort of draw the line.
Okay.
I think of it always as the major first.
Okay.
And I'm thinking to myself, okay, G is a 4 in the key of D, A is the 5.
Okay.
And I could approach those a few different ways. I could approach those from still kind of playing major scale oriented stuff.
That's very interesting. I've never in my life thought of it that way.
Because you're a cage guy.
Yeah. But just the fact that I think that those are the 4 and 5 of that, interesting.
Yeah. So that kind of takes the heavy lifting out of it, because if you play G, play that just like a progression, and I'll play
just
D.
the 2 chords?
Yeah, I'll just play D major pentatonic over that.
Okay, over the G and the A?
Well, you could play the whole thing, you know.
Okay, so start from here.
Yep, 3, 4. There's B minor pentatonic, G. Stayed in one spot the whole time.
That was awesome. So what happened?
So what happens there is that's a choice that you can make sonically, emotionally, all that stuff, because I say the pentatonic is a sound. And yeah, that sounds great. That reminds me of like Clapton playing over, you know, like a 90s thing that we love, an 80s Clapton, 90s Clapton. And the reason that works so well is that note I bent to, that's an A to a G.
Yeah.
The G is the third of B.
Yeah.
E is the fifth of A. That note right there, D, fifth of G. Back to the E. Up to the A, there's the root. To the D. All those notes that I'm targeting, they're all notes that already live in the scale without having to learn anything new.
Yep.
And they just work over those two chords
Yeah.
because the G and the A are the 4 and the 5 of the key of D, and the B minor is the 6. So you're safe in all 3 of those chords to stay in one little pattern.
So you're playing D major.
Correct. Wow. Correct. Now, I didn't even do a D major scale. I did D major pentatonic.
I know, right?
So now do it from there.
Okay, from B minor?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
2, 3, 4. But we love that
awesome.
pentatonic because it has so many good choice notes against it. So
little teeth.
Notice we didn't play any dominant 7th chords or anything. So it's out of the blues realm, but it's blues inspired.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So, one more?
Yeah, of course.
More fun thing. So
But wait, there's more. Blue Light Special. All right, here we go.
So once you go from the G to the A, you can start to incorporate things that we do in the course where we take maybe a scale in thirds.
Ooh. Pretty marriage.
Yeah. So if we did that from the G chord,
Okay.
or do it from the B minor.
All right.
Hell with it. 2, 3, 4. Doing that.
Nice. I love
So
it.
what I'm doing there is just playing minor and major and minor thirds.
Okay.
And what I do is I would teach people how to do a scale that way. And you could think about it minor or major, whatever works for you. I'm going to say, okay, yeah, we're playing, let's play a D major scale. Let's say it this way. Let's play a B minor scale all in thirds. So we'd start here. That minor third fingering, up a whole step. So you have. Nice. If you do it backwards.
Oh. Okay.
So seeing all of those at any one point is so valuable because I can go.
Yeah.
That occurs on any set of strings on the guitar, not just, strings 4 and 3 are really nice sounding because they're in the middle of the instrument. But you can just keep going from there.
It's a great way to make blues sound a little bit more modern too.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mayer and folks like that are brilliant at doing that because it's a less is more kind of approach. But those two notes make it sound really melodic.
Yeah.
And you can just take a few of those. Maybe that's like one part of your bag, pentatonic's another, major scale is another part, or an arpeggio. However you want to start learning and implementing them is good, but really flesh out each one.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's something important to do. It's just like we could just keep going and going.
Yeah. That's what's that new kind of, I mean, maybe it's not new, but is it the pickup jazz that you see a lot of people like the Mateus or whatever his name is? Like they do a lot of that dual note stuff, even triple note stuff like that. That's really cool. And then they start putting the chromatics and the slides like you're doing, and it's just such a cool sound. It's a good way to immediately sound like, whoa, like, you know what I mean?
I haven't heard that in a while.
Yeah, because, you know.
It's just not pentatonic rock.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're at a blues gig, you know, chances are you're not going to hear that very often. So you can immediately, like, distance yourself from the pack.
And even when we were playing, there's a little bit of discipline there. Like, you know, we ham it up a little bit in the first, you know, couple minutes of this video, just because we're having fun and getting people's attention and stuff. But, you know, if you're just play that, and I'll just kind of,
the whole progression?
The restraint, why not? The restraint is in holding that stuff back.
Yeah.
So. Let it breathe, you know.
What? Look at you. All right, we got to end it. Our batteries are running out, but that was amazing. So make sure you check the link down below. Also, make sure you subscribe to his channel, Killer YouTube channel.
Come on over.
Check it out for sure. I'm going to leave his links down below. Thank you for joining me once again. Make sure you subscribe,
Pleasure, brother.
click the bell, subscribe, click the bell over here. You guys are amazing. Catch you next time.
Thanks.